slum. We ain't going dumb, cause me and my niggas obnoxious. Plotting up devious schemes, so you know you can't conduct this. Blow me the top off, bitch, I finna leave you ruthless. Trying to run up, motherfucker, then you're going back toothless. You useless bitch, but I rock my style so reckless. So don't bring your bees around, cause I'm leaving these bitches breathless. Became that dissective, getting watched by these detectives. Trying to figure us out, but they don't know that I'm selective. I run with motherfuckers that's trying to get it legit. That's why I know that there's no fucking way that I could ever slip. Giving all my time to my money, so there's no time for a bitch. And they only after money, I don't know why they think they're slick. I was ready to be in the game, cause hustling's all up in my blood. That's why it's only real ass niggas that be the ones that show me love.
Damn, that's why we chillin' the streets, man. Smoking a little something, start killing the beat.
Here once again, got another interview for you with the homie Trajik1. What's up with you?
What's going on?
Not much, man. Let's get back to this interview right quick, because I'm so professional. I'm using it on my phone. So, tell us where you're from.
From California, South Bay area, out Morgan Hill.
Cool. Tell us a little about Morgan Hill, you know, for people who don't know.
Morgan Hill's a little cow town, like 10 minutes south of San Jose. Nothing too big, nothing too special, but we do what we do.
That's what's up, man. And first and foremost, tell us how you got into the rap game.
Started making beats for Rob Payne. Well, not even making beats. I was stealing beats for Rob Payne in 6th grade. Used to write shit all the time in fucking middle school. And one day Rob told me, hey man, jump on this song. Been rapping since then.
Good shit. Alright. Now, where did you get your name?
I got my name from doing graffiti back in middle school. I used to go by Joker, just like every other Mexican in the world.
Yeah.
And I ran into a graffiti artist named Paul out from San Jose. I don't even know where he was from or nothing. I met him one time on a bus, and he used to tag Trajik, and he basically handed his name down to me. And I liked the name so much, I ran with it.
And where did the one come from? You know, you added the one to it.
Well, in graffiti, if you do graffiti, everybody throws a one after this shit just to let everybody know they're the only one. So I noticed all these other cats trying to use the name Trajik, a couple people in groups and shit, so I wanted everyone to know I was the one. That's where the one came from.
Cool. Alright. Tell us, what does hip-hop mean to you? Cliche, I know, but, you know, let us know what it means to you.
Hip-hop's just an art form, the way I live, the way I grew up. That's pretty much it.
Fair enough, fair enough. Alright. Fun part. Tell us your top 5 favorite rappers.
Top 5 favorite rappers ever, in no particular order. They have to be Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Corrupt when he was dope, and Joe Budden.
Joe Budden's good shit. Alright. Tell us who's your favorite person you've ever worked with throughout your whole career.
Favorite person I ever worked with, probably Rob Payne.
Cool.
Because whenever we get in the studio, it turned into like a fucking joke session. It would take forever to get shit done because we're too busy laughing and shit.
But it's good chemistry in the studio, right?
Yeah, good chemistry. We get shit done every now and then, but just tons of jokes.
So, shout out to Rob Payne. Alright, and what artists would you like to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
There's nobody really in particular I want to work with.
You're not one of those artists who just go out of the way to work with just one person, right?
I used to be, not no more.
Oh, what made that switch?
I really just stopped caring about wanting to work with other people when they started throwing prices out there, and
Oh, okay.
you know, they were doing it more for the money than for the music.
Man, it's better to do it from the heart, because when you do it with just money ambitions, it don't always come out the same with music-wise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright, tell me what's the high point of your career so far?
High point of my career?
Yeah.
Just putting out my projects. That's pretty much it.
Cool. The latest project you put out was called Suicide Note.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us how that name for the album came about, and you know, what is the album about?
I have no idea where I came up with the name. I just thought it sounded dope, I guess. And what was the second half of the question?
It was what's the album about?
The album's just about life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really rap about anything too crazy. A lot of people say my music is pretty depressing because I touch on a lot of subjects people can relate to. A lot of emotional stuff, a lot of everyday relationship type of bullshit. You know, I just rap from the heart. I've never really tried to get into like the whole club hip hop shit. Made a couple of those songs, they were alright, but I just rap about everyday shit people can relate to. So my album's basically like about life.
Cool, you know what I mean? It's commendable.
Even though it's titled after taking life, but
Pretty ironic, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite song on the album?
Favorite song probably be "See Through Me."
See, it's one of my personal favorites as well. Suicide Note is out right now. The link will be in the description down below, you know, if you want to check that out. Alright, so throughout your whole career, who you say would be your biggest supporter thus far?
You.
Hey, what's happening?
Definitely you.
To like elaborate a little more.
Well, there's been times where I've just said fuck it, I'm not doing music anymore.
Yeah.
And you give me, you know, tons of reasons to keep on going.
Yeah.
And I mean, I put something out, you hype it up, tell everybody else about it, go out and sell it,
Do interviews about it.
do interviews about it. I'm on this shit right now.
Good shit, man. You know. Now, what's the difference between Trajik1, the rapper, and Trajik1, the person?
Nothing really.
No? It's well one and the same?
I'm pretty much the same, on and off.
That's cool, man. Okay. Another cliche for you. How does it feel being a Latino in the rap game?
Feels normal. So I don't know what it feels like to be anything other than Latino in the rap game.
You hear that, people? Doesn't mean just because you're a certain race don't mean you have to, like, you know, be confined to what it is. You just be yourself. People will like your music regardless of your race.
Yeah.
And but even though that's the case, you know, that's an ideal way of thinking. You know, Latinos do face some struggles coming into the rap game. You know, some stigmas. You know, what's your take on it, and what struggles do they face? There's people out there at all.
If anything, I think you got to work a little bit harder to get credibility, I guess. You know, a lot of people don't really take too many Latinos rapping serious.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good thing. I really wouldn't say that's a negative thing, a bad thing. I think it just makes you work that much harder and makes us, you know, feel so much better when you get that credibility in that respect.
Cool. And how do you feel about most Latinos, like when they come out, say, hey, I'm a new rapper, you know, got an album out, they immediately associate it, if not dismiss it as, you know, this gangster rap, cholo rap, you know, stuff like that. How do you feel about it, you know?
How do I feel about it being
a reality, you know, just like
labeled as that?
yeah, like, oh, you're a Mexican, you must do cholo rap, you know, this and that.
I mean, I can see how people make that comparison, like how people classify it like that, because most people who do come out end up starting off like that.
Yeah. Have you ever been considered that?
Yeah, I have.
How did you feel about it? How did it make you feel?
I don't know.
You don't care really about what it is?
Not really.
You know? Then we get to the darker part of the interview. Alright. God damn it. Oh shit, dude. I'll just roll with it. Fuck this shit. Alright. Look, oh shit, we're back. Alright.
Niners Super Bowl. Hi, we're out.
We still didn't win. It's all from sponsors. Or from our sponsors. I can edit this shit out though. Alright, 3, 2. So what projects do you got in the works right now?
I still have my solo 3 I'm working on, and my next solo is gonna be called Heartless. I'm working on that too, and nothing else of myself really. Just working on trying to put out other artists' material. Cool.
Alright. How do you feel about the tech boom going on in the Silicon Valley? How does it directly affect you, if anything, if it does?
I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. It's a good thing to get people out here getting money. It's a bad thing when everybody's trying to get money and at the same time not really care about the next person. I mean, the people who don't have the opportunity to get into these high-paying jobs and all that.
Yeah.
You know, drives those people out of this area, and those people are part of the reason these areas are so dope. You know, it brings all these yuppies out here.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like, these communities are really wholesome and very, like, you know, just beautiful, you know.
I think most of these, they're multicultural. It's like a melting pot everywhere out here in the Bay. You don't really grow up like discriminating against people too much and nothing like that. You know, you get out towards other areas of this state, of this country, and it's just like a whole fuck fest of racism and shit like that.
That's probably what attracts them to this area, really, right?
Yeah.
All right. And next question is, how do you feel about, like, you know, Latinos not being, going back to Latinos again, you know, not being represented as much in the mainstream or at all in hip hop, you know, in general? Like, do you think that's a bad thing, or what's your take on it?
Really doesn't bother me.
You know, a lot of people would, certain artists out there or some like groups of people would find that offensive, that you don't really take too much into consideration when it comes to them.
Don't give a shit because I don't get offended too much.
Hey, if you don't get offended, it's no big deal, right? If only everyone thought that way. How do you feel about, you know, the Bay Area as a scene right now, you know, like compared to, you know, how it was back then? You know, the 90s, you know, it was more mainstream light on us, but now it's a little different. The color mainstream is different. How do you feel about it?
I like the way it is right now. It's really like underground type of shit. You really have to dig for artists again. It's not oversaturated anymore. And you know, the artists that are really trying to push themselves out there, if they don't have talent, they're not really getting noticed. So I like that. Only lets the good music come out.
Let's go. Do you feel that we'll ever get back to that place again, where it'll be all mainstream artists from the Bay Area being really predominant? Nah. Hey, you know, that's your opinion. A lot of people are hopeful, you know what I mean, but you know,
if it would have happened, it would have happened already.
Yeah, basically.
All the opportunities we had, nobody's fucking with us.
Yeah.
You know, if they do fuck with us, they take us out of the Bay and they move us somewhere else.
How did you feel what Hyphy did for the Bay Area?
Hyphy was tight.
Yeah.
Fuck what everyone else thinks. That shit was tight.
It was fun as fuck, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And do you think that portrayed the Bay in a negative way?
I mean, if going out, making music, having fun was a bad way to be represented, then I mean, what's a good way to be represented? Out there killing people and shooting and shit.
Exactly, you know what I mean? Just keep a hyphen, man. Positivity. Alright, now we're gonna get into another fun part of the interview, talk about faves. Tell us who you think is the rapper who has the dopest flow? Like
Dopest flow?
Of all time, yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, you got so many to choose from.
That's a hard one. You know, 'cause like Biggie was hella tight.
Yeah.
I always liked Nas's flow. Then I heard Joe say fucking Method Man the other day, and
Yeah.
Method Man is fucking raw.
He was. He still is too, you know. He still got it.
But I'm gonna have to go with Corrupt back in the early 90s.
Oh, the deadliest MC.
Yeah.
Man, that shit was tight back then.
Corrupt was fucking a beast.
And who do you think has the best ad-lib?
I always like Doobie from Thiz.
He's dope.
I always like his ad-libs.
For sure. Cool. Alright, now, looking back at the first song you ever made, how did it make you feel when you made it, and how do you feel about it right now? Do you remember what your first song was?
I remember making it. I ain't gonna say the name of it, but I remember making the song. I was in my garage. I was using an iMac, and I was using the iMovie program. And I sat there for like 2 hours and I threw the shit together and I thought it was the greatest song in the fucking world. And then I took it to school the next day and I showed hella people and they laughed. But I was still hella proud of it. And now I just listened to it a couple days ago and I was like, damn, this shit's hella dumb. But I could still hear like how hyped I was to be hearing my own voice and shit.
Yeah, that's all it is really. You know, you hear your voice, you're like, man, that's what it sounds like in the booth. That sounds cool. You know, even if whatever you're saying is not the part.
I don't even think I wrote anything down. I think I tried to freestyle the whole thing.
Oh, that makes it even better. For sure. Alright, so what do you think about the state of hip hop right now as a whole, mainstream, not just the Bay Area?
I don't really pay attention to mainstream hip hop. I stopped fucking with it a long time ago. Beats are tight, you know, but the shit they rap about, I ain't even trying to understand all that.
For sure.
I'm getting old.
Yeah. Did anybody caught your eye? You know, your ear, I mean? You know, just listening?
G-Eazy. G-Eazy, Logic. I like them a lot. My little brother listens to them a lot, so I always hear that shit at home. But those two guys are fucking tight. You know, J. Cole, Kendrick, Joe Budden.
Yeah, it's a cold world, man. If you can compare yourselves to an established artist, who would it be and why?
I don't think I could compare myself to an established artist because I'm nowhere near being established, even like in the underground scene or anything like that. So I really don't think there'd be anybody I could compare myself to.
What's been your favorite moment throughout your whole career? You know.
Favorite moment my whole career, probably hearing ourselves on K-Don back in like 2005.
Shout out K-Don.
They used to do this Too Stupid for the Radio program or some shit like that.
That sounds fun.
And we got What's It Gonna Be played on there a couple times at night. And I remember drinking at George's house and that shit came on. That shit was tight.
Cool. And what any funny moment that you know that stood out for you in your career?
There's too many.
There's too many.
I can't pick one. I can't. There's a lot of. See, if Rob Payne's watching, he's gonna remember this one time when we used to record at the fucking at fucking Paul's house. We used to call Paul's dad Drug Lord Mendez because he lived in this big ass white house that looked like a drug lord's house.
Oh shit.
And we went over there to record one day, and I remember Paul walked out of the room, and Rob jumped on his computer and he was like, "Hey man, you gotta check out this song he made." And he jumps on his computer and he finds the song and he plays it, and we sit there laughing. And I jump on the computer and I track it out and I, you know, dump it out and burn it onto a CD. And we took that bitch home, fucking listened to that shit. Fucking, it was hilarious.
What's up, man? Memories. Alright. What do you think listeners get from listening to your music?
Hopefully they can relate to some of the shit that I say. And hopefully it makes some of the things that they go through a little bit easier. I've had a couple people tell me that they've been able to relate to shit that I say and things I rap about in some of the songs. And they went through the same things and it made them feel better. And it helped them deal with shit.
Cool. Are you proud of the music that you've made over the past
I am.
years?
I think you should be proud of anything you can create.
Yeah, especially since you take the time out of your, you know, your day to make it, you know, see it more special when you see it come to fruition. You're like, wow, I made this shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good feeling. What's your next move right now as an artist? The very next one.
Just try to push my my next solo.
Cool.
And really try to chisel out my space in this game.
Nice. Any cool features you want to release that are going to be on it? Or you have nothing right now?
I ain't saying nothing about it.
You ain't saying nothing. It's a secret.
Nothing.
Operation Hush Hush. Feel me? Alright. Where do you see your career in 5 years, music-wise?
I have no fucking clue.
Sky's the limit, man.
I have no clue.
Challenges going around the internet. Like when you got the So Gone challenge, you got the Shook Ones challenge. You know, what's your take on those?
You mean like the rap challenges?
Yeah.
That's cool. I guess it gives people an opportunity to shine, you know, show their shit off a little bit, make it fun. So it's cool.
Cool. How do you feel about the whole internet's influence on hip hop? You know, how has it affected your career?
I think more than anything, it's helped because there's people in different parts of the world who've heard of me who would never have heard of me if it wasn't for the internet. And I think it would have been a lot harder to find producers, you know, different graphic designers, different artists to collaborate with if it wasn't for the internet, because I'd be stuck with people around this area or wherever I'd travel to. And the internet, I can call somebody fucking in Germany and tell them, hey, this is how I want the beat to sound, and they'll make it and ship it back to me. Then I can hit somebody else in like fucking Puerto Rico and be like, hey, I want this for the hook, and they can send it back to me, and then I just throw it all together. So it's pretty awesome.
It's called This or That. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. Basically gonna ask you.
You can get with this or you can get with that. So you get with this because this is where it's at. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you a series of questions, and you know, fuck the bullshit. We're just gonna get to it.
Let's go. I've played this game before.
All right. Brandy or Monica?
Monica.
How come?
Cause Brandy's a whiny little bitch.
But she wants to be down though.
She does. She wants to be my best friend too. But Monica wants to give me space. I like that.
Okay. Nothing wrong with it. Rachel or Monica from Friends?
Rachel.
Ooh, how come?
Cause I love her. She's just so fucking perfect.
Yeah, can you blame her, man?
Monica's a bitch.
She was hot too, man.
She was, but she's a bitch.
For sure.
You fuck Monica, you marry Rachel.
Or you can fuck both of them and then marry Rachel.
Well, you fuck Rachel when you marry her. So.
Yeah, you know, she's on the side. You know, Monica on the side. Then you get married and then, you know, cut her
Well,
off.
they're best friends. They'll probably just do it anyway.
Yeah, me and threesome once in a while. It's like, wow, you done this before, right? Yeah, I guess so. All right. Cheers. Vicente Fernandez or Juan Gabriel?
Vicente Fernandez. I thought you were going to say Vicente Fernandez or Ramon Ayala.
That would
I was
actually.
going to say, don't do this to me, Mitchell.
I would need on you, I guess.
Juan Gabriel is tight too, though.
Yeah.
It's just Vicente Fernandez is just, it just hits me more.
Yeah, he's like iconic too. You know, not to take away from Juan, but you know, just the fact, you know, he's just the main guy you immediately think of when you think of Mexican music. You know. All right, movies or shows?
Movies.
Movies. How come?
I've always loved movies. I have like a fat ass movie collection.
Yeah.
So.
For sure. Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael Jackson.
How come?
I've always liked him better.
Yeah. He's actually my favorite artist of all time. All genres.
Not a bad favorite artist.
Blood in, Blood Out or American Me?
Blood in, Blood Out.
How come?
It wasn't so cheesy, even though it was.
Right. And hands down, the best performance Popeye will ever give. I'll say he owned that movie. All right.
He really did.
Yeah, you can't. Everything he says
There's too many quotables in Blood in, Blood Out, and there's not enough in American Me.
And for a 3-hour movie, that's amazing. You know, it's a great feat to have such a quotable movie with 3 hours. You know.
I think that's where you came up with the nickname Mondo Ramos.
Mondo Ramos. What's that?
Google that. Google that.
San Jose Sharks or the 49ers?
If I had to pick between them, I mean, the Niners have been here forever. They've won championships and shit. Sharks haven't won anything. And this fucking interview's over, god damn it. Turn this shit off.
Okay, so here you got a clothing line called Cali Classics. Let's know a little about it.
Started in 2013. Put out a couple t-shirts here and there, a hoodie here. We're really starting to get serious with it right now, though. Pretty soon we're gonna have t-shirts, tank tops, scarves, hoodies, flannels, jackets, you know,
Hell yeah.
hats, beanies, whatever. You're gonna be able to pick all that up at CaliClassicsClothing.com. So if you ever get a chance, check it out, pick some gear up.
Yeah, and the link will be down in the description below if you want to check it out. And all right, man, anything you want to add to the people out there at all?
Just keep an eye out for me. I'll be back. I'll make some noise again.
For sure. All right, it's your boy Reckless signing off. We're out here.